y'all, welcome back to Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm going to take this off because I have a new like background mat. So this is a glass mat, and I thought it'd be so fun for mixed media. That's not what we're doing today, but I thought it would be fun for that. And but I know my bracelet hitting it is going to make a lot of noise, and we don't want that. So today we are going to finish the signatures, sewing them in. But I have discovered something. Actually, I discovered a couple of something. So one of the things that I discovered was I forgot to put my tie. So what I did was I got my lace that I wanted to use, and I put it right here, and then I just took this same exact piece of paper and put over it, so that the inside hasn't changed, except now I have a way to tie my journal together when it's done. Second thing I realized is I don't want to sew my signatures into this because I don't want there to be lines, and I didn't think about that until earlier today when I was like getting ready to do this. So I'm gonna do, for the first time ever, a hidden signature. All I did was took a piece of chipboard and I cut it. So my spine is a 3-inch spine, so it is a 3 by 8.5-ish, 8 3/4, something like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew the signatures into this. And then I am going to glue this here. And that's why I had to pull all of this away that I glued down. Anyway, it's going to go in there. Just, it's going to take me a hot minute. But I decided to cover it with denim and the lace that came with the box. So if you got the box, then you have this lace that can go over it. So any gap or whatever you can see. Anyway, that is what is going to go in the middle. So without further ado, let's get cracking here. So I've never done this before, but it shouldn't be too terribly hard, right? We can hope. All right, excuse me. So as y'all know, I have 3 signatures. I did finish the pages. I've been sick and I didn't want to have to go back, so I went ahead and did some of them. I know I was going to do update some of the pages, and I did. So I just did some sewing around a few of them. Did sewing around this one. That's all I changed in that signature. And in this one, I did some sewing. There's one thing I'm really proud of, and that is it for that one. And then this one, I did some sewing just on the like the plain pages. But look, I sewed an envelope. Isn't that the coolest thing? I think it looks so cool. So this is a signature, right? Did I have it this way? I think so, yeah. So it's gonna have like the stitching around it. Like, how cool is that? One of these days I'll figure out like how to stitch like that without it going all the way through. I am not that clever. And that's it. That's all the sewing that I did. So when you flip it, when it comes to this side, it has like the stitching around it. I was so proud of myself for doing that. And then like this page was white on the inside, and I just took my book pages and covered it up. So those are the only things that I added to the signatures. Okay, so my styrofoam. Here is my template for my 3-inch spine for 3 signatures. So let's clamp this down. So this is my spine. So we're going to clamp that and clamp. And honestly, the clamps are just to hold it in place. Make sure it looks right. Yeah, looks good. And then I am going to punch holes according to the holes that are punched through the template. they are spaced an inch apart. So I started at 1/2 inch, 1.5, and then 2.5. Now I did it so I scored the template so I'd make sure that my holes lined up. So I thought that was a clever idea. Okay, I unclamp it, right, and I can see the holes. Now it may be a bit more challenging when I am sewing it to see the holes. So what I'm gonna do for that is get a marker. Okay, so that's a hole, that's a hole, and that's a hole. There is the hole, and there is the hole. Like, I can kind of see it. I don't know where that hole went. Huh. No, I'm gonna have to put that. Let me see. Oh, there's the hole. Okay, let me mark it. There we go. And there's the hole, and there's the hole. All right. So now I know where the holes are. I can see them better. Now what we're gonna do is get my signatures, and I'm gonna put this with my templates. This is for the signature. So these holes line up exactly with, I'm not sure if that hole is lining up. It's not. Huh. I should have held it up to the light and I could see it perfectly. Okay. Alright, that's better. Okay. Thank goodness you're not going to see that once I sew these signatures in. Alright, which one? This is my front. And I think this was my center, right? Nope, this was my center. Now I want to make sure that they are facing the right way. So if there's any writing, see that, I need it to make sure it's face up. So this is the right way. And that has writing. Make sure those are all right before I sew them in. Okay, so that's my second one. And then I'm just going to double check this one. Yep, that's the right direction. Just anything that's directional, just double checking that. Okay, perfect. Okie dokie. All right, first one. I'm gonna get these all lined up, making sure that anything small is going to get sewn in, right? And then I'm just going to punch the holes. Excuse me. Okay. This is going to go right here in first. So I have my thread. This is weird, sewing it like this. Alright, 1, 2, 3, and I am going to go ahead and just cut 3, so I'm not doing this every time. 1, 2, and 3. I know it's a little more than 3. I'm okay with that. The one I felt like was the closest is the gray. Out of all the ones that I have. Okay, so now I can put that up. I don't need that anymore. Oh, I do need this one. And I need my needle. All right. So we start in the middle. And I'm going to start right here. And go through up the top. My goodness, how hard can that be to find that little hole? Where is the hole? Oh, the struggle. I guess I should have marked it from the back side as well. What is the deal? Ah, okay. I think it's a clump of words. Words are hard. Oh, I guess I need to go through the signature. Oh, I forgot to clip it together. That's what it was. Ugh. Okay. Let's see if we can tidy this up a bit. Don't come undone. If y'all like watching real life struggle, you are in the right place. Right, because it goes like that. Durr. Oh, goodness. Okay. And then I'm going to go down. Now I'm going to try to remember to clip the rest of them. Every time it's a struggle. Every time. Oh. I just pulled it too tight across there. There we go. And through there. Come on, come through. There we go. I promise it is not near as complicated as I am making it out to be. Okay, now I'm going to come back through the spine. We'll say it is much different than doing a book. I feel like anyway. Because I have to come back up through the middle. Alright, so did that. Now come back through here and not split the thread. Come on. Why is it so... Okay. This is beyond frustrating to me. I can't seem to get it all the way through the middle. There we go. Finally. Good gravy. Okay. And I split the thread. Someone tell me how in the world I did that. And if you don't know what splitting the thread is, it means that the needle went through this thread, so I just pulled it out. Alright, we're going to pull this nice and tight. Make sure that is good and tight. Yes. Alright, I'm going to do a knot and another knot. And then we're going to tie a bow since I have so much extra and call it a day. Okay. All right. Like, who's ready for some more torture? All right, now we are going to clip this together. Where's my center page? There it is. Okay. Put this in here. Let's see if I can make this less complicated. What do we think? Okay. Needle. Anybody see what I did with my needle under there? Okay. Who knew this was going to be the most complicated part? Oh, I bet all of y'all did. All right, going through the middle. Okay, through the middle. And through the top. It's not as complicated when you have it clipped together. Oops. Come on, there we go. Oh, I was like, what is that? It's my other one. Good gravy. That was throwing me way off. Okay. Through the bottom. Come on. And then back up. Through the middle. Okay, that was definitely not nowhere near as complicated as the first one. Except to have this wrapped around. Goodness. Did I split it? It sure wants to act like it. Like, what is this little loop here? Oh, I did split it bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to, there. Okie dokie. Now pull that. So I guess I'm the queen of splitting my thread. Okay, let me make sure that's good. That's good. Well, this is real life, my real life anyway. I am sure that others don't struggle as much, but hey. What would it be if I was not sitting here on the struggle bus? Beep, beep. But, I mean, I'm glad I get to show y'all, like, how to fix said struggles. Okay. So, it's going to be like that. And one is a little bit higher than the other. Am I going to stress over that? Absolutely not. Okay. Last but not least, let me go ahead and do this, since apparently that's what my brain says to do next. Alright, clips. Oh, I'm glad I looked at that. So the writing, I want to say the writing itself is upside down. Okay, let me double check this. Okay, that's right. The writing is correct. And the reason I noticed is this was upside down. So I'm glad I double checked that. Because that is directional with the tags and stuff. So, yay on me for checking. Alrighty. Home stretch, guys. Home stretch. Sorry, I'm not as chatty because I am hardcore concentrating. Yeah. This has just thrown me off. But, I mean, it's my first time doing the hidden, where I'm just doing it on a spine and not a book, and it's different. You wouldn't think so, but it is slightly different. But I'm glad I get to share it with y'all. You know me, it's like, oh, I've never done it before. Let me hop on a video. Sounds legit, right? Okay. Now I done lost track of what's the top. That's the top. Lord Jesus, is it the top? Yes. Okay. All right. So oh, God bless, I did poke myself. Okay. Crafting is dangerous. Come on. It's a bit long, don't you think, Steph? Okay, and then this through the bottom. Come on. Now, maybe the third time is the charm, right? Let's see if I can not split the okay, well, I need a little more from you. So I can come back up. There was another trick I learned I should have, well, I don't think it would have made any difference with this. Come on. I'm still not going to have enough though. Alright. Man. The struggle. There we go. Now that maybe will work better. Just didn't have enough. I don't know why this is such a struggle for me. Really, it isn't that much different than a regular book. But hey, I'm going to blame it on flu brain. How's that? I am feeling better. Praise God, because it was rough. For me to go to urgent care, y'all know I was some kind of sick, because I usually just don't go to urgent care. I'll send everybody else. Okay. Now that one did not split. Okay. I'm going to take these off and make sure that is good and tight. Now I'm trying to think of what I want to use as a glue to glue the spine into the spine. Because I want to make sure it's something sturdy, right? Like it's not just going to come apart with so much use, you know, flipping pages and decorating and pulling and tugging and all of that. So, okay, so that is that. Put those. All right, let me get this back out. Let me make sure that is the top. So this will fit in like that. Okay, I am going to clip these together though, so I don't have to keep worried about them flopping and I can pay attention. So I'll do that and that. Okay, because I have this stuff here, just want to make sure, because I had to pull up all of the lace that I already put down to the best of my ability. It's these little corners that I'm like, I don't know. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snip this right here. That would be in my best interest. Then I don't have to fight with that. There we go. Okay. And maybe I should do the same thing, because this is all going to get glued back down once the spine dries. So, but this is what happens when you don't think about what you're doing. You have to go in and kind of undo what you did to make it work. Now, I didn't have to do this. I could have just been like, you know what? I'll just have the thread on the outside and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I want what I want. And if that means undoing all of this, then so be it. This is just glue that I'm pulling off. Okay, now. See, now I don't have to worry about. There we go. And then all I have to do is set that down like so. And I just really need to figure out what glue I want to use. And then I will clip right here and right there. And then what? Maybe I can take, no, maybe some of my, like this kind of weight. Oh, sorry, that was attached to that. And I can, you know what I mean? Like just to have it sitting like that. Okay. I think I am going to use some E6000 and glue it on there. I feel like that's gonna do it. It's gonna stay, right? Now my only concern is, like this I'll be able to glue back down, but some of this I'm gonna have to like trim a little bit. But that's okay. Because I don't... Alright, y'all are just going to have to be the process with me. Okay, let me just cut this right off. So much glue. There we go. Alright. Now, if I pulled this back up, not these. What is the deal? Just cut. There. Alright, those are the sides. Now, if I put this back up like this, right? Because this is the, from the spine. And then I put this on top. I think that may look better than me trying to put it over, because it's not going to go over. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that these are going to have to get glued back down. Or I can just honestly do that, and then just when I glue this on, it's going to be like so. And then once it's all dry, then I just come back in with this to fill in that little gap right there. Yes. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. That is a better plan. I'm gonna cut some of this nasty glue off though. I'm gonna fast forward through that. Okay. Wow, that was a bigger struggle than it should have been. Okay, and then I had to cut some of it off, and it is what it is, and I'm not stressing over it. This is the top. Let me make sure I have that correct. You know what, I might as well just trim this off too, because that is just not gonna matter. Okay. I'll deal with that later. Okay. Now, make sure this is the top. All right. Okay. Let me get this out. Let me get those out of the way. E6000. All right. I'm just doing that. So I can kind of fold this up into it. And then this. Because this is going to sit on top, right? Okay. It's close enough. God, this stuff stinks worse than Fabri-Tac. And if this comes off, then Houston, we have a serious problem. Okay, let me make sure that, and put the lid on it, because that stuff will just start oozing out everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna go this side for me. Ooh, no. Okay, so I guess what I didn't test in all of my infinite wisdom. Okay. Just gonna clamp these down, right? And that in the middle. And a week and a prayer that this ends up being everything I ever dreamt that it would be. Okay, so we will come back, and if I am playing in it and decorating it, then we know that it worked perfect. If I come back and I'm starting all over from scratch, then we know that Stephanie learned a lesson. But you know what? Let's make this a cute little bow. Like, how cute is this little closure gonna be? There we go. And then we're just gonna let that sit. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the things. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.